So the Greeks clap back at Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Well. Plot thickens. Oh, spreading like wildfire. People are really talking about this movie now. I just think it's so delusional that like so many fans of so many different IPs and different actors and producers and directors think that the one that they like won't go modern audience on them. When you can see that the entire machine was moving that way. So whether they're on board or not, it's kind of like, well, you signed on, do your job. If you want to direct movies, do your job. You want to act in them, do your job. You want to produce them, this is what we want. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not shocked in any way, shape, or form. And everybody's been chiming in, and now the Greeks are chiming in. Greek City Times has a letter to Hollywood and Nolan's Odyssey cast from us Greeks. Here we go. Let me get this ready here. Okay. To the cast and creative team of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, we write to you as Greeks, not as fragments of antiquity, not as echoes from museum displays, and not as characters sealed in marble, but as a living people whose history has never stopped being written. First, we wish you well. I guess they wrote that to say, look, we're trying to be nice about this. Cinema has always carried the power to reimagine ancient texts, to cross borders and language and time, and to reintroduce old stories to new generation. Homer's Odyssey belongs in many ways to the shared culture of imagination of humanity. We understand the ambition behind bringing it to the screen and on a global scale, and we recognize the artistic tradition of reinterpretation that has surrounded these epics for centuries. But we also ask you to consider something that is often overlooked in modern retellings of Greek stories. We did not vanish. I guess they're saying we still exist. It's not like we're like forgotten relic of the past that you have to reimagine. It's like we're still here. Greek people did not disappear after the age of myth. Greek culture was not frozen in classical marble. Greek language was not extinguished in antiquity. Cracks me up when people, makes me think of how people are like, oh, it's fantasy, so we can do whatever we want. No, you can't do whatever you want. Because, then where are your parameters for anything anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, next Spider-Man movie comes out, why not make him a hot dog? Since it don't matter, since it's fantasy. Make him Hot Dog Man, okay? He was bitten by a hot dog. And now he can shoot relish, ketchup, and mustard out his ass at people. It don't matter, right? It's just fantasy. No rules, no boundaries, no nothing. No line in the sand, nowhere. For more than 3,000 continuous years, Greek identity has persisted through the transformation rather than disappearance from the Mycenaean world that gave rise to the Homeric epics through the classical city-states of Athens, Sparta, Corinth, and Thebes, into the Hellenistic period that spread Greek language and thought across the Mediterranean under Alexander's successors, through the Roman and Byzantine eras, where Greek remains a dominant language of administration, philosophy, and theology from the Ottoman centuries where identity was preserved through language and faith and community. And finally, to the modern Greek state that emerged through revolution and continues today with Europe and the wider world. At every stage, something essential remained unbroken: language, memory, and cultural continuity. Greek is still spoken today, the oldest continuously surviving language in Europe. Not reconstructed, not revived, but lived. That continuity matters when stories like the Odyssey are retold. Odysseus is not only a universal symbol of endurance, struggle, and homecoming, he is also part of a cultural inheritance that has been carried through every one of those historical layers, retold by Byzantine scholars, preserved by manuscripts, and copied throughout the medieval world, studied during the Renaissance, and still taught and spoken and reinterpreted in Greece today. This is why conversations about representation matter deeply to us. We are not asking for exclusion or limitations. We are not arguing against diversity, nor against reinterpretation. Greek culture itself has always been shaped by exchange, migration, and encounter across centuries. What we are asking is something simpler and more human: that when Greek stories are retold on a global stage, Greek people are not rendered invisible. Yeah, well, that's how you got to do it. That's what people have been saying. It's like, just do it right. Just do it right. And that goes for everything. Because everything is being perverted today. Everything. Video games, movies, TV shows, comic books. Everything is being just all twisted. So weird what they're doing. In recent years, the film industry has rightly placed increasing emphasis on representation, ensuring that cultures are acknowledged, voices are included, and lived experiences is not erased in the process of storytelling. Indigenous stories increasingly, all the guys outside doing yard work, increasingly involve indigenous voices. Cultural consultation is becoming more standard practice. Identity is treated as part of artistic responsibility. We ask only that this awareness extend to Greek heritage as well. They say, well, since you want to put everybody and everything, why don't you start representing us properly? Not because Greek identity is fragile, but because it is continuous. In discussions around the Odyssey, some have argued that mythology belongs to the world and should not be bound by cultural origin. Others see casting diversity as a reflection of the modern global audience rather than historical specificity. And that's some of the issues right there. It's like, if the characters are what they are, then make them what they are. You don't have to change them. Everyone is represented in a lot of different stories. It doesn't mean that if a story comes from Africa, then everyone in it needs to be white now because you're over in a different country. And that's what they did at one time. They were whitewashing certain movies, and like Egyptians were all white, and so it's just like, what are they doing? All the Native Americans were played by white people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, huh? And now they've done this overcorrection to where so many of us are connected now that every single race and culture on the planet has to be represented in every single TV show and movie, even if it originally didn't include them. So what? Like, there are instances where there only are Indian people together, and that's okay. Sometimes it's only black people in a story. That's okay. And sometimes it's only white people. Sometimes it's only Asians, and so on and so forth. And that's fine. And sometimes we are together in a specific situation. I've never met one person who expressed to me, at least, that, well, I went to the movie and I didn't see somebody that looked like me, so I couldn't watch it. It's ridiculous. Anyway. we understand those perspectives, but universally, it does not require disconnection from origin. A story can belong to humanity while still recognizing the people and language from which it first emerged. You damn right. We say this is not in anger, but in recognition, because it's funny, they're being really nice here, because too often Greek history is treated as something that ended rather than something that continued, as if Greece exists only as a classical past rather than through Byzantine continuity, through Ottoman endurance, and through revolutionary rebirth, and into the present day in cities, villages, islands, and diaspora communities across the world. So as you step into Homer's world, into seas, wanderings, gods, and returning kings, we ask that you carry this awareness with you. Well, they can't do it now because they done already made the movie. So what they're asking for is for them to move it forward. Moving forward, can you stop doing this ish? That Greece is not only a setting in antiquity, it is a living country. Greek people are not historical figures. We are contemporaries. And when future opportunities arise, to tell these stories from any period of Greek history, ancient, medieval, or modern, we hope that you remember that Greek heritage is not absent from those stories. It is present, living, and still speaking for itself. We wish you success with the film. They're being so nice. And respect for the craft that brings such an epic to life. And we hope it continues and contributes to cinema and continues to expand imagination without erasing origin. We did not vanish. We are still here. Oh, man. So it says there's an addendum here. Given Hollywood's and Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences rules and insistence for minority representation, authenticity, and diversity, where are the Greeks or the Greek Americans in this Greek story? And they list the cast. Boop, boop. Do. My. What a period at the end of that. Folks, they basically said very nicely, nicer than I would have said it if I were Greek. But what we've all been saying, what I did not exactly see coming, but certain channels did see coming way before I did. Eric July, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic. I would kind of hear that from time to time in their videos about certain things being changed and people were being tokenized and this whole modern audience stuff. And then I noticed, I really started to notice, and I was like, these dudes were definitely correct. And boy, is it a full-scale assault on your eyes and your ears and your love for these characters. And oh my God, I can't believe they did something so ridiculous and continue to do it and continue to push it, and they're still doing it. So we still don't know what movie's coming out now. We still don't know the games and everything. Someone asked me the other day, "You gonna buy 007?" I was like, nope. I'm waiting for reviews that I trust. That's what I'm waiting for, because there were already certain things that made people side eye in certain trailers and gameplay. So I'm waiting. And then we'll find out. I was going to buy Sorrows. I was going to buy it. And I said, no, let's wait. And I was right to wait. Post your comments down below. Let me know what y'all think. If you enjoy my thoughts on this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And are you going to see the Odyssey? I'm not. I'm waiting for reviews. And pretty much through the trailers, we already know. Through the interviews, we already know that it's full on modern audience. It's full on. So it's like there's really no need for me to go see it. You know what I mean? I may be a fan of the man's work, but I don't have to watch everything that he does. 10 million subscribers. Woo!